Most people think intelligence is about knowing more facts than everyone else, more information, more answers, more opinions ready at all times. That's not what actually separates smart people from everyone else. The real difference is how they process the world, how they approach problems, how they respond under pressure, how they think when everyone else is reacting. You don't need perfect grades or a gifted memory to think this way. Intelligence isn't something you're born with, it's a set of habits. And today, I want to show you 5 of them. They're simple, but most people never practice them. Once you do, things start to shift. Problems feel lighter. Conversations go differently. You stop feeling overwhelmed by things that used to stress you out. Let's start with the first one. Smart people don't obsess over being right. When most people are challenged, they treat it like a fight. They argue, they defend themselves, they try to win the conversation. Smart people don't play that game. Instead, they get curious. They ask questions, not to trap the other person, but to understand them. They'll say things like, "What made you see it that way?" Or, "How did you come to that conclusion?" This does something powerful. It lowers defenses. People stop posturing and start explaining. And when someone explains their thinking out loud, they often spot the flaws themselves. Smart people know you don't change minds by force. You change them by making people think. Second, smart people zoom out. Most people live zoomed in on the moment. One failure means they're terrible. One rejection means they're not good enough. One bad day feels like everything is falling apart. Smart people step back. They look for patterns instead of catastrophes. They don't see a failed test. They see feedback. They don't see rejection. They see data. When you zoom out, problems stop feeling personal. They become puzzles, and puzzles can be worked through. Smart people ask, "What's actually happening here?" and "What's my next move?" Third, they don't waste energy on what they can't control. Most people burn themselves out worrying about opinions, outcomes, and future scenarios they have zero influence over. It drains them. Smart people are ruthless with their attention. If they can't control it, they let it go. If they can influence it, they act. They can't control how others feel, but they can control how they show up. They can't control outcomes, but they can control preparation. This frees up mental energy for things that actually matter. Fourth, they're comfortable with silence. A lot of people panic in quiet moments. They rush to speak. They fill space just to avoid discomfort. Smart people don't do that. They pause. They listen. They think before responding. Silence makes people lean in. It gives weight to your words. When you don't rush, what you say lands harder. Often, the calmest person in the room is the one everyone pays attention to. Fifth, they pause instead of reacting. This one changes everything. Most people react instantly to insults, setbacks, inconvenience. Smart people create space. They breathe. They ask themselves, "Is this worth my energy?" Or, "What response actually helps here?" Staying calm isn't weakness, it's leverage. The person who can think while others are emotional has control over themselves and often over the situation. So here's the bigger picture. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be impressive. You don't need to know everything. You just need to think differently. Ask instead of argue. Zoom out instead of panic. Control what you can and release the rest. Use silence. Pause before you respond. Most people won't do this. They'll keep reacting, worrying, and burning energy on things that don't serve them. But if you practice even one of these habits, you'll notice the shift. You'll feel steadier, clearer, more in control. That's what real intelligence looks like, and it's something you can build one habit at a time.